So shout out to my brothers, man, for allowing me to use this space for this opportunity. 100, I love y'all, you know that. Mom, I'm playing this or I'm working here. You know what I'm saying? But she might not remember.
Hey yo, it's the Daily Hustler here. Today I got AntonIYO, man. Be prepared, man. He got a lot in store for y'all. He got some good words of inspiration. Continue to stay focused. Follow me at Daily Hussle 365 on IG. Check me out live every Wednesday at 10:06 for some good words of encouragement. What's good, man? What's going on, White? Yo, what's happening?
What's up, bro?
Everything good?
I can't call it, man.
What's the dealie?
I can't call it, man. Just came up here, man, to chop it up with you. Been wanting to chop it up with you for a minute, man. I want people to know who you are, what you got going on, man. The Daily Hustler. I'm the Daily Hustler, baby, because I'm hustling daily, and I just want to introduce people to who you are, you know. So, first thing I want you to tell people, man, who is AntonIYO? Let people know who AntonIYO is.
AntonIYO, man. First and foremost, you know, it would be myself. But AntonIYO is a son. AntonIYO is a father. AntonIYO is a friend. AntonIYO is, you know, a great person, a God-fearing man. You know, that's AntonIYO. But just like everyone else, there are some alter egos to AntonIYO, and that would be Yo. And I think that's what we're here today, you know. But AntonIYO is definitely, you know, the foundation of Yo, for sure.
Okay, that's dope, man. And just want people to know what it is that you got going on, man. As far as the music, when it comes to rap, who do you listen to, man, and what inspired you to get into the music?
I'm gonna answer that from a reverse standpoint. Honestly, who inspired me was Pac.
Okay, Tupac.
I was at a point in my life where I was in school, went to college playing baseball, but I ain't had no family up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was alone. So Pac used to, you know, his music would just talk to me.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I started writing letters, like, to my mom. You know, honestly, like, I'm writing letters to my mom, but I was seeing how he was pretty much, you know, almost doing the same thing from an expressive standpoint. So that led to me just start doing some of the verses over his beat.
Wow.
You know, but that's who I would say was my, you know, biggest motivation, who kind of pushed me to it. But who I listen to now, man, pretty much anybody that has a story, anybody that you know, come with that pain, that grit, authenticity, originality, you know. But I can name some names from, I ain't gonna name no names, I'm just going from the younger generation to the older generation, from females to males. I'm not one of them ones who, I don't think I ain't never told nobody, I ain't never felt like nobody was trash, because in my opinion, music is an art.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? And art come in many forms. Like, seriously, bro, like, you can see some paintings and it look like some folks just
like some bullshit.
It
look like some bullshit.
You look at the price of the paint, you feel me? Like, 2 million, 1 million. So I feel like at the same thing with arts, on top of the fact anybody can, it's real easy to, you know, verbalize your opinion. But from an artist's standpoint, can't too many folks, bro, get on no stage and strictly, you know, express yourself and do what you think might can go. So, you know, man, it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Getting on there talking about how you feel.
Man. Yeah, you know, but I think it's levels to it, because everybody don't do it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Some people just do it because, like, especially freestylers. Like freestyler, bro, they do it with a passion. Like me, music, you know, doing music was not my passion. It wasn't my dream.
What was your dream?
Baseball.
Like if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing right now?
What would I want to do, or what would I be doing right
What would you be doing right now?
if I wasn't doing music?
Right.
It depends.
Because if you going with baseball, you came out in what were you 05?
Yeah.
You'll be 17
With baseball,
right there with baseball.
but baseball is one of those political sports. Like it's totally different from any other sport. You know, in a lot of sports, you probably got like 1 or 2, you know, leagues before you actually get to the big league.
Right.
Baseball, you got like AA, AAA, single A, but that's not to say sometimes you get paid. So baseball, one of them sports, man, to where it's deeper than just thinking you finna go straight to the league and get big money.
Gotcha.
You know, but I had my chance with baseball, honestly. On a personal note, even all the way down to a personal invite to the San Diego Padres.
Really, that's dope, man.
Coming out of school, actually with the thanks of my college coach.
Okay.
You know,
Who's your college coach?
Dude named Adrian West.
Adrian West.
Yeah, Voorhees College, Denmark, South Carolina. Little small school. No disrespect about the length of this time, you know, but it's it's some very authentic, organic people.
Right.
That stays there, you know, that are
yeah,
locals.
Right. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about pure talent, bro. Actually, just knowing that and seeing that made me appreciate Atlanta being a big city how it was from a sports standpoint, because in them smaller cities, bro, like, it be so much talent, but they never get recognized.
Right.
Or they never get heard. Like, sometimes, bro, you don't even have to go as hard down, you know, in a bigger city, because it's a big city.
Right.
But when it's small, bro, you know what I'm saying? So that actually just, even as an athlete, just made me look at things from a totally different perspective. You dig what I'm saying? If we just talking about appreciation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. But to speak on that real quick, got invited. Well, I didn't get in. It wasn't an invite. It was my coach. He made it possible for me. So, but it was a situation where I had to pay to get to California. Now, that was actually the dilemma, because if I would have did good, I had to pay for my flight and I had to pay for my own room and board at least the first night. But the catch was, if you do good in that first round, they gonna pay for everything else for however long they may feel like they want to see you. But I ain't have it, and I couldn't, find myself to ask my mom for it.
I got you.
So it was what it was, and I just, I pursued other things, and music was like that next thing. There was actually people in school, bro, that, like in Voorhees College, that actually just went on and just gave me confidence that I didn't have.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because, spitting and rhyming is one thing, but when you start talking about, like, you can make some money, like, an artist, that's another thing. And once I started, performing and people actually showing love, I'm like, okay, cool. I might have something else that I may can consider a dream.
Right.
Yeah, so music actually was like a second, dream that came.
Gotcha. You mentioned your mom, and a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of people do know. This is my man. This ain't just somebody I'm interviewing. This is my man. It's like a brother to me. Been knowing him since, my goodness, he was a teenager. He was 19 when you came, 18, 19 when you came up there. But this is my man. This ain't nobody I'm just interviewing, and I know the story, so I understand why he go hard and why he do what he do. So I want you to talk about your mom, man, what she means to you, and a lot of people don't know, man. You the caretaker for your mom, man. You rarely ever see the son being the caretaker. Oftentimes it's the daughter. In my situation with my mom, my sister was the caretaker when my mom became ill or whatnot. But in your situation, you grinding, you working, you trying to get everything off the ground, and also taking care of your mom. Tell us about that, man. How is that? Balancing that.
Balancing it is key. It's not easy. But I manage it. So to kind of start off, my mom, she had a brain aneurysm in 2004, which was actually my senior year in school and my last year to actually be playing the game of baseball. So I got a call one Saturday morning, bro. It was cold. I never forget this. I get a call. Tony, your mom in the hospital. They hadn't even told me what she was in the hospital for. It broke me. So just to hear that she was in the hospital, I didn't find out. And my mom was in Crawford Loan when it happened. And what actually happened was she had the brain aneurysm, also identified as a stroke, in a laundromat. Just what normal single mothers do.
Right.
She in the laundromat over there in the Greenbrier area, and she ended up having a stroke, and a police officer actually found her.
So she had been there for a minute then.
I don't know if it was a minute. I don't know if it was whatever, but I know it was a situation where an officer found her because he was on his rounds. So that happened in 2004. I get the call. But mind you, I don't know what happened. Just to hear that mom is in the hospital, that broke me.
Right.
So,
3 hours away.
Yeah.
3.5 hours away.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. 3.5 hours. I
Mm-hmm.
never forget that. Remember that point. Shout out to my brother Tay and my sister Erica, right? I tell Tay something going on with mom. I need to get that alone. I need to get home. I wasn't driving. Tay wasn't driving. Eric, Sir had the car. So that's how I got there. I remember that cause that ride is 3.5, 4. Got there in 2.5.
Oh man, you were out of here, bro.
I wasn't driving.
Oh,
I couldn't drive.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I didn't find out what happened until I got to the hospital, Crawford Loan. So when I get there, what happens? Okay, your mama had a stroke. Okay, so I've heard stroke, so I'm familiar with stroke, right? But by the time we got there, she had just recently got out of brain surgery.
Wow.
So I was able to go back there and see her. This is my first time since the last time we seen my mom in her normal, form or whatever. Man, when I go in that ICU room, bro, first and foremost, man, she was pretty much still there. I'm assuming the clothes or the gown. I'm gonna just give you the image. I remember it was stripped, like right here as if it was torn or something. But bro, she's sitting up, picture the hospital bed, it's not laying down, she's sitting up, right? But I'm looking at her demeanor, she like this, it's no form of slouching and nothing. Okay, but things get a little tense for me because I noticed they got 2 tubes in her head. Okay? But they not just, they in her head.
Right.
So, hey, you say a stroke. So I turn around, I'm like, why y'all got them tubes in her head?
Right.
You feel me?
I can imagine that.
Yeah. So that's when he said, that's when I found out we have to have those instruments to measure and regulate the pressure on her brain. What you mean? Your mother had a brain aneurysm. A what? A brain aneurysm. Okay. I still don't know, about a brain aneurysm. Right. So I'm looking at her demeanor. She breathing so hard to where it instantly put me in soldier mode. I'm out of little boy mode. So I lean in her ear, bro, and I tell her, I say, I'm not gonna cry while I'm right here, and I'm gonna be strong. I promise you, bro. I told her in her ear, cause I'm like, damn, she don't look defeated.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? So I can't bring that energy in here. You know what I'm saying? So I leaned over in her ear, bro. I told her what I said, and by the grace of God, she's still here. And I say that because I did not know that brain aneurysms killed. I did not know the percentage of people surviving, a brain aneurysm was very low.
Wow.
That did something to me. So to speed things up, I'm out of school. Mind you, my mom at every game. The biggest mouth in the park. I've been playing baseball since I was 11 years old. rec, high school, all that. The loudest mouth there.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't get that, bro. You know, my senior year, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wear that to this day. But I stand up, bro. So make a long story short, I'm out of school, and she in a rehabilitation place in Stone Mountain. Mm-hmm. Now, this is distinctive, you know what I'm saying? Because I hadn't seen her since that, you know what I'm saying, after the surgery.
Right.
So come to find out, for whatever reason, this is when they're telling me about the brain aneurysm, like, you know, she's gonna have to learn how to pretty much do everything over. So when I go in the room, when I go in the room, I notice they got my picture up, you know what I'm saying? So they told me, they was like, we had to wait before she see you because she can't get too excited. Anything that would raise the pressure in her head, it cannot. It's a no. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was my first time seeing her. I'm in there, you know, and apparently that was my first time having some facial hair, a mustache, because I remember this. She was laying on her side, and I forget, her tongue was still swollen, because when she fell, he fell on her tongue. So she still wasn't able to talk at the time. You feel me? So I remember her touching my face, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it was in the way of like, I could tell like, I miss you, like they say she might not remember, but I remember you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like her kids, cause my sister with that, you know, my sister was already in motion with getting, you know, familiarized, you know what I'm saying? So she rubbing on me, bro, you know, and she do my lip like that. Now me, this new to me, so I'm you know, I'm trying to get familiar with, you know, she do like that, bro. And my auntie say, yeah, he got a mustache. So I'm like, oh, she noticing my mustache, you know what I'm saying?
Cause it's like 21, 22, right?
I don't know, but
yeah,
you know,
21, 22.
You know, she started shaking. You know what I'm saying? So they like, you know, you got to go, cause she getting too excited. So, you know what I'm saying? I just remember these little things. So after that moment, you feel me? It get to a point where my auntie, you know what I'm saying, Miss Mary, like her sister, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, because, and I'm not gonna stay too long, but I can't speak on being a caretaker in my mom's situation, you know, without speaking on her. You know what I mean? Because she's a huge reason why I'm still pursuing music. Right? One of the distinctive things about the after effect of a brain aneurysm is the memory. You know what I'm saying? So they don't, the long term memory they don't really have.
Right.
So in a lot of our conversations, like you might be like, hey mom, I'm playing this or I'm working here. You know what I'm saying? But she might not remember just due to the effect of the stroke. Right? But music was something that she was remembering with no pressure. So when it got to a point where she was talking, she would always ask me to this day, how music doing? So that's distinctive to me because, but before I get into that, and I'm not, it won't take long. Okay, my auntie, my mama's sister, you know, she had been bearing the caretaker duties, you know, for a while, for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy. She was the one that got my mama to a point to where I could even be able to, you know, handle the condition of where my mama in now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, my auntie got married, but her husband stayed in Tennessee. So, she not going to Tennessee. That's just too far. You know what I'm saying? So, but my auntie, it wasn't like she was trying to, you know, she was just letting her know, hey, I'm moving to Tennessee. So, I stood up. You know what I'm saying? It was a situation where, from a kid's perspective, it wasn't about, in my opinion, son or daughter whose life right now, you know what I'm saying, can attain to this. So it was me. So of course my natural thoughts was anything that you can think of from a feminine standpoint. That was my only dilemma. You know what I'm saying? So that was my huge problem. So, you know, I had to get used to bathing. You know, I had to be there. So to get to the music, one of the conversations we were having as a caretaker, bro, you know, one significant thing about my mom, a couple things that she was giving away at birth. You know, she was born out of wedlock. So, but apparently back in her day, she was born in 1957. So apparently back in her day, if you born out of wedlock, you really need to trade. Like you can't even come in the house.
Right.
So, you know, they found my mom in the box, but she was giving away to her mom's best friend. So, you know, we was talking one day, bro. You know, and you know, she said, Tony, I remember, you know, back in my day, you know, I was a stepsister. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you know, I was molested. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she said rape. You know, so instantly, bro. Instantly, dog. You know, shit, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? That's instant, bro. You know, but I slick get mad at her because I'm like, damn, mom, you ain't tell nobody. But she hit me with this, bro. She say, you know, I guess back in them times,
It was different.
Yeah, she say if you go tell the wife or the mama, you know what I'm saying, goddamn, something like that, it won't be received with no sympathy.
Right,
she say
because the way you was brought into this world.
Like, you know, so she say they gonna look at you like, what did you do to provoke them? So she was like, she had to hold that, and you know, to stamp that, and we can go ahead, we can, you know what I'm saying, get ready to move on. She told me she was just glad, bro, and this did something to me as a caretaker. She said she was just glad that she was just able to get that off her chest.
That weight.
Yeah, bro.
That weight.
Yeah, my mom, and that during that time, my mom was like 63. She's 65 now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lying. Roma had to be like 64. You know what I'm saying, when she revealed this to me. So with that being said, that's all she reminded me, like, what's going on with the music? 'Cause, you know, music is almost like a sport, bro. It's almost a young man's sport. You dig what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So, you know, my reason changed for while I'm involved with music. And she's a huge part why. Because, you know, I just feel like certain things she deserved.
Right.
But, you know, you gotta get some paper. You know what I mean? And depending on how the situation that you're willing to put yourself in, you know, you gotta know how to handle your business. And my face card is grand. I could get involved in anything. But I can't I don't know how to jeopardize, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to jeopardize it. So, you know, I work. You know what I'm saying? But making a long story short, you know, work shit, you can't invest all the time how you need to.
Right.
So my process is a little slow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? My process is a matter of, is you gonna quit because of what people may think? Are you gonna quit because of what other people's opinion are? You know what I'm saying? If we comparing it to your reason, you feel me? No. So, you know, she's like one of my biggest reasons, bro, because she really believed that. I believe it too. Like, her, I can't even lie, it done affected me.
Right.
So that caretaker, man, you know, to put a stamp on it, you know, it was a lot of things I didn't know how to do. And when I prayed and I genuinely told God, he told me, whatever you do, and I always do it with love, and I'm gonna take care of the rest.
That's a good. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a good segue, because I don't know if you noticed or not, but a good segue.
What that is? What that mean?
Good switching gears, moving to.
I can't lie, bro. That's how I learned a lot of words. Like,
Really?
I'm one of them. If I don't know, bro, and you talking to me, and it's on the level to where, it's beneficial. If I don't know the word, you know what that mean.
So, I got
yeah.
you. You know, I walked around with
Sure.
the thesaurus in school.
My dog.
I still get.
But yeah.
They still talk to me about that. But no, I wanted to segue into your spirituality. You mentioned God, man. And I want people to know, how connected you are, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, man. The level of discipline you have when it comes to your spirituality, man, I respect that.
Thank you, bro.
I respect that, man. It takes a lot.
With the spiritual, man, first and foremost, I'm just at a point in my life where I had got to a point into my life to where my intellect was no longer where it had been. Mm-hmm. Meaning I was no longer going off everything that I had been taught from a religious standpoint. I was now implementing things that I had learned myself.
Right.
Whether I done read it or whether I just done got some game from somebody who actually lived that life.
Right.
So a huge part of that, bro, was I started becoming more aware of, my culture as a black man or just the black community, period. Mm-hmm. And something that I just came across was, we didn't identify God the way that I have been taught to identify. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
and it's especially if we're talking about person, image. You know what I'm saying? Like when I did my study, it's just on research, in Africa and stuff like that, they identify God as the trees, the sun, things of that nature. It was never nothing. So it was never no pressure. Yeah, it was never no pressure about what the race or none of that. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I implemented that with things that were going on with slavery, and something that I just will never forget about slavery is that a lot of things was forced. And religion is something that was forced, and it was used as a force to control. Mm-hmm. You see, so with that being said, I don't personally consider myself a practicer of religion. Mm-hmm. I really don't believe in religion because, in my opinion, religions bring diversity. It divides. So based on what I done read myself, I don't force what I believe in on nobody. You dig what I'm saying? But based off what I I just feel like religions, they divide. Right. You have your different religions and they have their own set of rules, respectfully. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I don't feel like we was created for division. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm willing to have, a conversation with anybody, because one of my main backups is, man, you cut anybody that's a human open, man, the color of the blood is red. Right. So when it comes to just being divided like it's supposed to be on and about that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always open to some game. Right. So with that being said, bro, I was always raised in the church, things of that nature, and when that happened to my mom, I prayed a certain prayer, and that prayer came to life. I honestly told God I wasn't ready. You feel me, for the lead. So if he could, keep her here, and man, I ain't got nothing to say, but she's here. Mm-hmm. So they just pushed me to my facts, that why I believe that, it's a higher power. Right. But with me, bro, balance is key. That's something that I've learned. Like when it comes to life, it's never about just one thing. It'll always be about balance. Even with dealing with stuff personally, a lot of things happen out of your control. Right. Because first and foremost, everybody was born into imperfection. So you are already born into some things that's out of your control. Right. So when you're dealing with things that's out of your control, something that's supposed to have your back. For me, it's always been something unseen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's always been something that I can't say I seen it, but I done felt it. So that's my connection with the spirituality. So with that, bro, the deeper you go in life as a man, certain things are required. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Certain things are required. So, one of those requirements is reading. Right. So I started reading more, man. I just started implementing into my life. And in order for me to have this meat, in order for me to have a well-balanced life, I had to implement a positive, a strong, a beneficial spiritual practice. And all of that is done through prayer and fasting. I can't even say the last time I've been to a church, like a building. That's no disrespect to nothing. But I still get the word and knowledge from several different preachers.
Right.
You know, so, and that's just me, man. It works for me. So I always tell anybody, never be confused. Don't never get it misunderstood when it comes to a higher power and spiritual. That's needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's needed. How you do it, let me go back. What I do is I practice righteousness. I get up every day, bro, and I try to do the right thing. That's what I practice, bro. I try to do the right thing. Now, the reason why I narrowed it down to righteousness was because I've read, for insight, out the Bible, you know, to a certain degree, out the Quran, you know what I'm saying? And like Buddhism information and everything. And this one word, you will find this one word in all of their literature.
Right.
That one word was righteousness. So that pushed me to just focus more on righteousness, bro, instead of, you know, the essence of religions. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. You know, I've been prophesied by Baptists. You know, I've got readings are, you know, that's come from people who practice the Ifa. You know, people try to knock that, but you gotta do your research.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's a very beautiful and powerful practice. You know, but I practice righteousness. I get up every day, bro, and I try to practice righteousness, and that's what I do, and that's what works for me when it comes to spirituality, bro.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I can dig that too. And it's the same with me, man. I've been reading Moses lately, man.
Yeah. A lot of folk don't know, man. Moses was a killer.
Hey, but that
you know what I'm saying?
But he also,
and I'm not glorifying that. I'm not glorifying the fact of him being a killer. I'm glorifying the fact that God will use anybody. So don't never think, man, you too much of whatever. Because at the end of the day, that's your life. Right. Whether it's you got to deal with something that you facing consequences, or whether it's something good, at the end of the day, that's your life.
Right.
So I always tell people, man, you get your own connection with God. You know what I'm saying? And however you may identify, you know, God. I don't put that pressure on nobody because that's not my life. Right. When it come to me communicating with people or trying to be influential, man, what I do is I just try to inspire people to be practice on righteousness, do the right thing.
I got you.
You know,
I got
I'm gonna
you.
say this. Sometimes the right thing, you did what now? You said what to my mom? You did what to my child? So whatever the right thing may be, not the stupid thing, but the right
thing. Exactly.
And sometimes that may be to address somebody in a non-humble way.
Right.
You know,
Right.
somebody push you or somebody do something to you that requires you to defend yourself. You gotta do the right thing. So I practice righteousness, bro. Leave it at that.
I got you. I got you. So what's up? What's next with AntonIYO? What's up next? What you
Yo,
got,
man.
coming down the pipeline?
What I got going on from a entrepreneur point, I am getting very acclimated with landscaping. Landscaping is a beautiful industry. It's a very lucrative industry. I would advise anybody, you know, to tap into landscaping. The unfortunate thing is sometimes when you hear landscaping, the first thing people think about, you know what I'm saying, is labor work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Landscaping is anything that results in beautifying land. The one reason why I love landscaping is because it kind of go hand in hand with what I practice, what I believe in. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that I just love landscaping because of that. But one thing about me is I'm passionate. So anything that my name is on or anything that I'm going to be involved in, I'm going to give it my all.
Right.
Now, ups to landscaping is, you know, I get to, you know, see the turnaround. Something that a yard that was so messed up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's one of the most beautiful things about it. And if we talking about charging, you know, just do you some homework. Now, I started doing landscaping maybe, I'm saying 2017. Was at a situation where I needed a gig. And I had been playing softball with this dude, with a friend of mine. And I reached out to him because in the conversation one day, we was talking about work, and the job that I was doing, it was somewhat like, compared to landscape. So I just remember him saying he had something going on. So I reached out to him, and he, asked me what I was trying to do. One of them times, just trying to get something gonna get me paid, the number that I want. So that's how I actually got into landscaping, man. A good dude named Justin, played softball with, man. He actually got me on, and I started learning, how to, just different things about it. But once I started getting, doing the job and getting used to the job, I started learning how this can turn into a hustle. And then, it was something that I also felt like you're going to have to do something when you start getting money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A mistake is you ain't got no plan before you start doing something. So my personal plan is, music gonna invest in that. So right now I'm learning so much about landscaping that a lot of people don't even think is worth learning. I'm no longer really into what is called maintenance. That's simply cutting grass, cutting trees, blowing and stuff like that. I'm getting acclimated more with what is called spray tech. You know what I'm saying? The spray tech is what have your grass looking like this. People pay hundreds of dollars. You see what I'm saying? To have their grass looking like this. So I'm getting, I'm getting that. At the company I work for now, my supervisor, they'll tell you, what is Antonio here for? To earn and learn. Because I know I'm not trying to take nobody's position. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm here to earn and learn.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So the things that I have learned about this industry, if you go about it the right way, man, it's a very lucrative industry, man, and it's cool, and it goes with everything that's about me. I don't like people over my shoulders. I don't like people watching me while I work. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. Like, I'm one of them ones, hey, you let me know what's the deal. You know what I mean? I'm going to make it happen, and you ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them, and landscaping grants me the opportunity to do that.
Right.
Yeah, man. So hopefully, man, if everything go how it's going to go, not only will I be a household name musically, but I'll be a household name in the landscaping industry for sure.
That's dope, man.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
Look out for Anointed Touch.
Okay. So since you talk about the music, man, you got something to spit for us, man?
Oh man,
I put you on the spot.
It's cool. It's cool because that's what it's about. But
it don't have to be nothing, man. Just just give us something.
All right, check this out. I smoke kush and read my Bible. Don't waste your time judging me. I'm a survivor. During some times where pussy shit get too much credit. I'm a real one. I die for I respect it. From an era with fakeness that get you killed. And how you handle business determines just how you built. Straight up. No hoe in me, my nigga. I'm not no pussy. Don't come to me with no watered down pressure like you gon' dish me what's happening. Southwest Atlanta, a jungle trying to make it out. Refuse to be a broke deadbeat that they talk about. I grind it out. Stand faithful and true to my paper route without a doubt. I'm gonna be one of the hardest they talk about. I'm putting some shit together. They know my flow the truth. They smell it like genuine leather. I owe it to myself to try. Just give it a chance. My shit over advanced ease. I do it like I'm breathing. And it's ready every day, every month, every fucking season. My big brother believe me when I say trust my God. Vision out. I'm a prophet. Gator flow. I lock it. Jim Brown. Who gonna stop it? I'm just pacing my moves. Paying my dues. Planting my seeds. I did more than believe. Yo.
Hey, man. That's it, man. We out of here. Stay true to the hustle. Peace.
Yo, man, I want to dedicate this one, man, to my mama, man, Missy Bun, Anita Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Much love. I know the vision you had, it wasn't this. Right now I'm up under blitz, y'all. Making decisions under pressure with a fit. The people that's in the system ain't really what you expect. They wanna control your moves and try to keep you in check. It's a mess, ma. I went off to college searching for hope. Not knowing in college niggas still thugging and slanging dope. The letters you used to send to me kept me up on my feet.